Hi, Ron Saunders from Fresh Air UV. I want to introduce you to our commercial series of products called our BTXL Blue Tube Extra Large series. They go from 18, 24, 32, 46, 60-inch lamps in combination to cover a coil the size of the wall behind me or bigger. So the Blue Tube XL comes in a box like this. It comes with everything, including your lamps, your power supplies, all your mounting hardware, and all your brackets. It also comes with a manual, caution stickers, everything else you'll need to properly mount this inside of an air handling system. On the back, you'll see the coil sizes. So I'll bring this closer so you can actually see how many lamps and what configuration you'd need to cover a larger coil. So this particular box works up to 72 inches by 72 inches. That's how many UV lights you can get inside to properly irradiate that coil and drain pan. We have boxes also that go up to 144 by 144 inches. And again, you can absolutely put those together like Legos and put more power supplies, more lamps inside of any size air handler. The power supply that we use for all of our commercial series products is a high output series power supply. It can feed up to 2 lamps on each power supply. It's hardwired 110 to 277. The power supplies are water resistant. They are actually suitable for wet locations, suitable for air handling use. It's right here on the product itself. They do have an on-off switch on them as well. The connections being waterproof, all the lamps can go inside, the power supply can go inside, everything can be mounted inside of the air conditioning system. The lamps, here's one that's attached to the bracketry. The lamps themselves are a high output. They use a cathode guard and enhanced technology in Teflon to also insulate the lamp so it lasts longer. So these particular lamps are warranted to produce UVC light for 2 years. The connectors on these lamps use a waterproof boot. They are keyed here so that you actually can't replace them with anybody else's product, because we do provide a lifetime unlimited warranty on the power supply. As long as you use this power supply, you can use our lamps and get lifetime 2 years on all parts and components. These lamps are simple to mount. I'm showing you conduit here that normally is sourced in the field, but we included in the BTXL kit, so you don't have to, but you're welcome to. In case you need longer dimensions, you don't want to put parts and pieces together with simple union connectors. But what you get to mount is these little snap-on connectors. The lamp actually snaps to the connector very simply. Once I mount the rod and everything else, then I just simply snap the lamps in and connect them to the power supply, and that's how you irradiate the coil and drain pan. What you'll see here is brackets on the end. So these brackets are Z brackets, so you can cut the conduit to any size that you need, and then you'll mount the Z bracket to it, and then you can apply a magnet. If it's a small enough coil where you only have one lamp, we recommend you can use magnets from one side of the coil to the other, or you're welcome to not use the magnet and take them home to the kids to have some fun. And then you can just hard mount the bracket because it does have screw holes inside. So there are some accessories that you can get as well. So these actually mount right to the coil. So you'll get a small face around the coil. We mount to that face, and again with magnets or directly applied with self-tapping screws. And that again can keep the lamp about 12 inches away from the coil. That's what's recommended, so you can get proper irradiation. So the simple fact about UVC is if we apply UVC 24/7 to anything, we will not allow microbials to survive. They have no chance. COVID actually, or SARS-CoV-2, requires a very low dosage of UVC, so you can actually attack that product in the airstream as well with enough UVC lights. UVC lights are all about time and intensity. So if I increase the time, I can reduce the intensity. If I increase both the time and intensity by applying the lights instead of perpendicular to the coil, if I apply them parallel to the airstream, I will absolutely get a longer time in front of that microbial. And we do make that product called an airborne disinfection system with basically the same lamps and power supplies. We just use a different way to mount them in the ductwork. So UVC lights are very dangerous to your eyes and your skin. So you absolutely do not want to be in front of this product without protective eyewear. But more importantly, keep the units off all the time until you're ready to ignite the lamp and turn it on with power. So what you always want to do is be very cautious around UVC with your eyes and skin. So I can't reiterate that enough. Only 5 seconds of exposure. You'll feel like you have a welder's flash burn, and you'll feel like you have sand in your eyes really bad for 24 hours, and there's nothing you can do to help yourself except try to alleviate the pain in any way you can. So bourbon seems to work for most guys in the industry. The lamps themselves, again, if you have a 2-lamp system, you'll have 2 lamps. If you have 4 lamps, you'll have 2 lamps for every power supply. So you do need to wire these to individually into main power. They run 24/7. So all the time, you're never turning these off. And again, 2 years down the road, you're going to go ahead and replace the lamps. So, and a very simple, snap the lamps off the connector, take off the boot, and boom, now you've got a UVC light that will, again, last 2 more years, where it starts to lose its intensity and we start to have it fall off where you have a visible blue light, but no longer an invisible UVC light. So, these applications for these products are in all kinds of places. We always think automatically of healthcare, which is a simple one: hospitals, assisted living centers, daycares, dentist offices, anybody that's trying to control any type of airborne microbial. The other one for anybody who has pets is the spread of parvo. So any vet clinics, anywhere they house dogs and cats. So anywhere we house people. So hotels, motels, any type of a large gathering place where they don't want anything to spread through the air conditioning system. The main draw of UVC before SARS-CoV-2 and COVID was that it irradiated the coil and drain pan 24/7. So it started clean and it stayed clean. So I can't recommend that enough, that this product was really designed to reduce maintenance. And oh, by the way, we will also create a healthier environment. Because of SARS-CoV-2 and how little dosage it was for UVC, we actually thought, well, hey, we can put enough UVC lights in there, we can actually kill it in a single pass to 90% or 99% or 99.9%. So we did start to provide UVC lights for SARS-CoV-2 protection if it ever did enter into the airstream, of which, there's not a lot of data on that yet, but, the spread of tuberculosis and other airborne diseases for many years has been very effective to have that reduction by UVC. You still want a really good filter. A filter will capture all the big stuff. UVC light will capture all the little stuff. So, but by keeping a coil clean with a good filter and with UVC light, you'll absolutely keep the efficiency at top notch. You won't get that biofilm. Biofilm is any layer of goo, almost always microbial. And that layer of goo gets on the coil, it reduces your heat transfer, you get pressure drop problems, and you can affect your air handling speeds. So when we have a clean coil, clean system with UVC light, we are running at peak efficiency. So we also get a benefit of irradiating the drain pan with UVC. So the drain pan, the water inside will be drinkable. We'll have the other guy do that, but it actually works very effectively in water treatment and to control the water quality inside of the drain pan. So you're not going to be using drain pan tablets. The UVC, first off, will destroy them. It'll disintegrate them over time. So you're better off just having UVC lights and not having any maintenance. When you actually go in and clean a coil, you spend a lot of money, you use chemicals, you have that smell in the air for the next couple of days that everyone asks about. And really, a lot of people don't do a proper job cleaning coils. They just push that goo further into the coil and impact it that way. The best treatment is absolutely UVC lights on the coil and drain pan. So you shouldn't be afraid of any equipment inside of your air handler as far as UVC, except for if you've got a lot of high intensity UVC light aiming at a belt of any sort. We do make a clip-on shield that looks like this, and again, it clips on to everything that we clip onto. So you can actually have UVC light irradiate in only one direction as opposed to all the way around the support structure. So a couple other accessories that you may want is a roller lever door switch so that nobody impacts their eyes or skin with UVC. It shuts it off immediately. You wire this with main power. You could also get a larger viewport as opposed to the little 1-inch that we give you so you can see inside the unit. And then if you get fancier, you can actually go to one of our control panels, so it'll actually send a signal anywhere you want it to that the lamps are on, they're working, and also perhaps that the level of UVC output is high enough. You'll need a radiometer to do that, which we also sell, to show you that the UVC intensity is at peak or as much as we need it to be for the life of the product. One thing we do for our software is called BlueCalc. BlueCalc actually tells us how much UVC we need. So if you're interested in finding out, hey, I want to treat this coil and drain pan, but I'd also like to perhaps also reduce COVID. So can you give me an idea of how many UV lights I'll need and how to position them? We've actually gone to BlueCalc for several years to do surface and then airstream. And now we have one that actually comprises both of them so that we can inactivate SARS-CoV-2. So we use ash rate calculations and the amount of UVC required to inactivate a microbial at a certain temperature for a certain time at a certain output. So you can always request a BlueCalc software package along with your proposal. So our technical service group is awesome. We've got 2 people in the field, Trent Wilkerson, Dale Harrison, both with many years of experience installing UVC and in HVAC. They will absolutely come out and train your team and support anybody that's touching these lights. You do want to have them trained on, eyes and skin and installation, but also, the effectiveness of keeping the UV lights up. So you want to get involved for a replacement lamp program with the customer. So they'll do a great job of training. They can also answer any technical questions you might have. 800-741-1195. I can say that faster, but it's on the website. You can always request them through email. So Trent or Dale at freshuv.com. So I'm Ron Saunders. I hope this was beneficial. If I went too fast, sorry. It's the end of the day and I kind of forgot to do it. So Trish Newell was the one who told me to do it. So Trish, I did it. All right. So hopefully you got a lot out of this. Let me know if we need more. We can have Aaron Engel, who's a lot better than me, provide a much more in-depth presentation. Have a great day.